Hey, what's up everyone? This is Valoramous and greetings from Bali, Indonesia. Today I would like to provide you some advice on how to start as a DJ and a producer. So becoming a DJ and producer is much harder than it looks. It's actually a very complex process that is going to involve countless hours, years, sometimes decades in order to obtain a level of proficiency or expertise or excellence that you desire. And so I have 5 bullet points that I'd like to discuss in terms of the advice that I would give my younger self when I first began this journey many years ago. So the first piece of advice that I have for you is to get past go. And what I mean by this is there are 2 sides to this house in terms of becoming a DJ and a producer. There is the DJing and then there is the music production. The music production aspect is actually far harder than the DJing aspect. The DJing aspect is much more fun, it's more extroverted, it's more visible, you can physically see it. The record production side is more introverted, it's more esoteric, it's much more subdued. Many folks do not see this behind the scenes work. They see the finished product in terms of the song, or they see the DJ, the musician, the singer, the performer performing live on stage. Now in order to get past go, I would recommend that you begin with DJing, because DJing is much easier to initially learn, although it's very hard to obtain expertise in terms of scratching, crowd control, reading the crowd, using the microphone, leveling. That stuff is actually complex, but in order to get past go, which is to really just begin, start with DJing, because right away from day one, you can already call yourself a DJ. The second piece of advice that I have is to acquire a DJ controller. So DJ controllers will range anywhere from $50 in the low end to several $1,000s on the high end. It depends if you acquire a new or a used DJ controller. I'd recommend that if you do not know if you want to continue this lifestyle as a DJ and producer, or continue this career path as a DJ producer, that you acquire a used DJ controller. That way you can play with a DJ controller, play music for at least several weeks, determine if you like it, and if you do not like being a DJ, then it's not a huge loss, because a $50, $100, $200 DJ controller is not a huge investment in the grand scheme of things. So start with the DJ controller. There are Pioneer DJ models from the DJ 200, 400, 800, and you get up to the DJ 1000, which is a bit more expensive, but you can still acquire. Start with a DJ controller, begin playing music, watch some YouTube videos, and see what you can learn on your own in the first few weeks. Okay, the third piece of advice that I have for you in terms of becoming a DJ and producer is to find a mentor. I cannot stress this enough that finding a mentor will shorten your learning curve. You can find a mentor in your local area by merely befriending the person and then asking if they'd be willing to teach you, of course, for a fee. You can find a mentor online. You can find a mentor through various online or virtual groups. But a mentor will help you shorten the learning curve. It will cost you money, but there is no such thing as a free lunch in this world. So I firmly believe that if you find a mentor, you will shorten your learning curve by several years. You will be able to gain valuable insight into this craft as a DJ and a producer. And then you can project forward, and you will teach yourself along the way, and then at a certain point you can remove the training wheels and then begin to spread your wings and move forward as a DJ and producer. But find this mentor. I'd recommend the mentor is in the DJ realm first. Have them teach you the basics, have them show you maybe one of their sets, and then from there you can find a mentor in the production space realm. You can always enter the production space realm at a later date. I began as a DJ in 2017, and then I did not begin producing music until 2018. So this goes to show you that there is a path on both sides. You can either begin as a producer, begin as a DJ, but in order to get past go, which is the first piece of advice I had for you, I recommend you start with DJing, because that is the easier craft or side of the house to develop. Now the fourth piece of advice that I have for you is be willing to invest time, money, and energy into this craft. You have probably heard of Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hours rule in his book Outliers, which is his seminal work. I believe that book was released in 2008. But this craft might take you a good 10 years or more, depending on how much time, money, and energy you devote to this craft on a daily and weekly and monthly basis to obtain a level of excellence. So be willing to invest money, time, and energy. Be willing to put in the work. Be willing to put in the hours alone, at home, when no one's watching, several hours at a time. Work in blocks. Do not work for just 30 minutes here and there. It's better to schedule 2 to 3 hours in your calendar, practice for those 2 or 3 hours, and then let those hours build up and accumulate over time. And you will find that this is a much more sustainable path to obtaining a level of expertise and mastering this chosen career field. Now, this all presumes that you are extremely dedicated to this, which means you must have vision of what you see for yourself in the future. That is a topic for another video, but vision will help guide you in this quest to obtain mastery as a DJ and a producer. Now, the fifth piece of advice that I have for you is not going to be a popular one, but it is the reality. Especially in today's short attention span era where we have clips on TikTok that are 7 to 15 seconds in length and they're goofy, they don't really dispel a lot of info, it's more about entertainment and everything's here in the now and immediate gratification. I'm going to give you the piece of advice to delay gratification and be patient. You must be patient with this crap. Now, I originally had this idea to begin this career as a DJ and producer back in 2015. You can check my social medias on Twitter and YouTube and realize that I opened those accounts in 2015. Now, I did not pull the trigger and begin this journey as a DJ and producer until 2017, but I originally had the D in 2015. So this may take you some time because you may not know exactly what you're doing, especially that first year or two. You are going to stumble. So be patient. You cannot really expect much to happen in that first year. So be willing to expand your time horizons, have a long-term plan of attack, be willing to commit years, thousands of hours for at least 5 to 10 years, and then you can reassess. After 5 to 10 years pass, then you can redirect your vision, or you can maybe scale back or take a step back. However, if you reach the 5 to 10 year mark as a DJ and producer, you will probably most likely passionate and you're not going to be willing to quit. So then at that point, it becomes about remaining rooted and consistent in your vision so you do not lead yourself astray from what your ultimate end goal is with this journey as a DJ and producer. So you have it. Those are my 5 tips and pieces of advice for you to begin as a DJ and producer. To recap or summarize, they are: get past go, start with DJing, acquire a cheap used DJ controller, find a mentor either locally or online, be willing to invest time, money, and energy into master this craft, and then 5, be patient. If you abide by these 5 points and you have a vision, I firmly believe that you will be a much different person, a much different level of expertise at the 5, 10, and 15-year mark than you were when you started, and you will go much farther than your peers that merely try to do this on their own accord without vision, direction, purpose, and merely try to just learn for free on YouTube. If you have any other tips, comments, or pieces of advice on this topic, please leave those in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.
3, 2, 1, lose it. Let's get elevated.